Welcome to the Militia gaming community. I'm Trigger, and this one is all about the 2015 Mercedes-AMG GT in Need for Speed Heat. Let's go! Alright, real quick before I get into the video, if you're an aspiring content creator and you want to learn from someone like me, I've got another channel that I'm putting out YouTube advice. It's called Caliber Gaming, and there's a link in the description of this video if you're interested in learning from me. Alright, let's get into it. So, the fastest engine for this Mercedes-AMG GT is the 460 horsepower 6.2 liter V8. It ran a time of 257.7 on Arian and a 240.2 on Sonic. Both respectable times, not overpowered by any means, but definitely respectable. Anytime you can get under 3 minutes on Arian, I'd say that that's pretty decent with me behind the wheel, and anytime around 240 to 230 is pretty good on Sonic. Now obviously world record on Sonic is in the 220s, and if you're looking for something really fast, you want to get closer to 230, but 240 is just respectable. So as a track build, this is a good one to compete with your friends. It's an average car. It's in the top 30% or so of the track builds that I've done, so it's decent and you can definitely use it. All right, here's the full track build in its entirety. We got that 460 horsepower engine, Ultimate Plus engine parts, Ultimate dual turbo, 5x3 pound NOS, super track suspension, sport brakes, elite race tires, elite plus clutch, super plus 6-speed gearbox, super track differential, NOS refills and duration, and then steering sensitivity at -1, downforce at +2, traction control is off, and drift style is on gas. All right, moving on to the drag build for this car. Again, it's the same engine, but we're gonna be making some changes to the gearbox and the tires in order to make this thing fast. Again, it's not super crazy. It is in the top 30% or so. It ranks 32 out of 131. Actually, that's probably closer to the top 20%. It's got a 1.87 0 to 60 and an 8.67 quarter mile. So it's decent. I mean, it's not bad at all. It's not great, but it's just not bad either. And so the full drag build looks like this. Same engine and engine parts. I swapped out to the 1x15 pound NOS, the Elite drag tires, and the Elite 7-speed gearbox. Everything else is the same as the track build for this one. Steering sensitivity is at -2, downforce is at -5, and traction control is off with the drift style of gas, which really doesn't matter too much in drag racing. All right, moving on to the drift build, and this is actually where this car was pretty decent. I averaged about 95,000 on the drift track that's right outside the racetrack there. That's a really good average. I think my highest is over 100,000, but anytime you can get close to 90 or 100,000 on average is really good for that course. It slides pretty well. You do have to use throttle control quite a bit with this one. It tends to oversteer just a little bit, but it's got good steering and you can adjust for it and counter steer. So I do recommend this one as a drift build. You can definitely use this to 3-star all of the activities. It's actually very, very viable. All right, here's the full build. It's that same engine parts again, super speed cross suspension, sport brakes, and elite drag tires. We've got the Elite Plus clutch, 6-speed gearbox, and the Pro Drift differential with a NOS refills and duration, and then steering sensitivity at +5, downforce -5, traction is off, and drift style is on gas. All right. Lastly, let's take a look at the off-road build. So this off-road build actually runs really decent times. It runs a 149.95 on HTV2 and a 309.70 on Rumble. That's really good. That's going to be in the top 15 or so cars. It's very, very fast in the dirt. It just has very good handling. It slides around corners nicely and it hooks back up, which is exactly what you need. A lot of the cars, they'll drift a corner and then they just have zero traction coming out of it. This one actually gains traction pretty well. So here is the full off-road build. That same engine parts, again, super rally suspension, sport brakes, elite off-road tires, elite plus clutch, super plus 6-speed gearbox, and the super rally differential with NOS refills and duration. Steering sensitivity is at +5, downforce -5. You can actually increase that downforce if you wanted a little bit more traction, but you're gonna have to balance it with the top speed. The lower the downforce, the better the top speed. The higher the downforce, better traction, but not as good top speed. So sometimes that matters depending on the course that you're on. Traction control is off and drift style is on gas. And with that, guys, I'm gonna end the video. I really do appreciate everyone's support on this series. You guys have been absolutely amazing. We're getting close to ending this series as I am almost done with the cars. I think I've got about 20 cars left or so. So we're gonna keep going. We'll finish it up. But thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to all the Heat 5 members of the channel. Thank you guys for being members. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.